jump into it.
Ooh, I got tingles.
Welcome, Spartans, to Mission Debrief. We're playing every mission in the mainline Halo video game series in chronological order, discussing our experiences and sprinkling in a little lore along the way. If you'd like to play along and have your thoughts read on the show, email us at podcastevolved@gmail.com. Does that still exist? Who knows? Or send us a message on Discord. We used to send tweets, but we don't do that anymore. We'll be playing some new bonus mission from Halo Campagin Evolved. We don't even know what it is yet. On the next episode. This episode, we're just going to hang out, catch up. It's been 3 years. What? Who are these people on the call with me? I'm your host, Colin Perkins, alongside David Arnold.
Colin, was it weird to read that out again after
I had
so
to
long?
memorize so much.
Dude, you hit that cadence so well just now. Even though with all the new stuff we put in, that was really well done.
Thank you. Krysta Brown.
I'm back. You can't get rid of me that easy.
That's right.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
When was the last time you played Halo, Krysta?
A couple days ago.
Oh, you're ready. You're doing some
Yeah,
prep, huh?
I've been playing the original Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary.
Okay.
A little tiny little game you might not have heard of.
Right. And
Now, Krista,
good.
if I hadn't messaged you, when was the last time before you played Halo?
God, a really long. I would have probably
Yeah.
picked it. I was going to pick up Halo Campaign Evolved no matter what. But yeah, I definitely haven't touched Halo in quite a while. I had started going through Halo Infinite Legendary Solo a while back, and I got maybe 2 or 3 missions in, and then I just got distracted. And I just haven't been back to it yet.
Yeah, I never beat Jaga. I got as far as Jaga and got kind of locked in. I had no good saves to go back any further. I just got to Jaga with bad health, bad weapons, and could not beat him. And I just burnt myself out. I've literally never gone back to it.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. But I've gotten better at video games because I now play FromSoft games. So now I'm a cool gamer.
Oh, Krista, that's so funny. I was literally going to say the same thing.
I've been beating Melania. It's great.
Yeah, man.
She's easy peasy.
Oh man, those are the days. I played a couple of those. Have you guys played The Surge? The Surge
I have
is
not.
kind of like that. Yeah.
I tried real hard to get into the Surge.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about it.
It's
Couldn't
a little. Yeah, it's a little. It's not the same, but it's kind of similar. You know, it's that kind of hard ass game that should be fun, but you don't find the fun until you get that adrenaline rush from beating that big boss. I've been playing Halo with my 12-year-old son, CJ. We went through all the campaigns, so I held off, and finally, once he turned 12, I was like, all right, let's play Halo, baby. That was 12 painful years because I wanted to play with him sooner, but you know what? I think it was worth it because he was able to fully enjoy like every aspect of the game, right? Like he's been playing games for a long time. You know, we're kind of easing into the first-person shooter stuff, and he's a big lore guy too. So like he's been able to understand and pick up on all the story stuff. He read the first book.
Have I got a podcast for this kid?
Exactly. So we played through all of the mainline games. He played a little Halo Wars on his own, which is cool. And then we just recently did a legendary run on Combat Evolved, which was a slog.
Impressive.
But it was fun, and he had fun, and like it was cool to see him like want to persevere and beat it, and see all the extra cutscenes and all that sort of stuff. So that was awesome.
So had he at least played it before on Legendary, or was Legendary his first playthrough?
No, so he wanted to do normal on his first playthrough of everything.
Good. Okay.
And I was like, we should probably play it heroic. And he's good enough, to play on heroic or any level, obviously. But anyway, he wanted to just do experience it normal. And then once we started talking about the new game, the Campaign Evolved, he did want to go back and do a legendary run, and he did great. I mean, he's probably better at it than I am, to be honest, So it was a lot of fun. He plays a lot of Roblox right now. He plays Marvel Rivals.
Oh no, not Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
The skins on that game are crazy.
They're
oh my
ridiculous.
God.
Yeah, they're so good. So anyway, he's a big gamer, so it's fun to kind of have him into the Halo fold now too. I got him playing a little tabletop game, like he's
get him into Dungeons and Dragons, and then you never have to look for a team.
Already into it.
Oh, perfect! You don't have to look for a group anymore. You just you've just spawned them. You've spawned in teammates.
Exactly.
Krista, that's the only reason why we have kids, okay?
It's true.
Just to create our own teammates and force them to play
They
things
have to play Halo with me. They live in my house.
Exactly.
Dude, what about...
Do you want to play Xbox? We're playing
What about
Halo.
you, David? Have you been playing much?
Yeah, a little bit. But I will have to say, I love that that's your touch point, Colin, because I literally just listened to our last episode that you recorded that I wasn't on, which you and Lucas and Krista talked about co-op in Halo Infinite, because we all forgot that didn't launch for co-op, which is crazy. And you were talking about wanting to play Halo with your son and really looking forward to it, but you hadn't done it yet, and that was kind of a touch point. So I was like, here we are, a 3-year gap, and you have a 12-year-old who's playing Legendary. Like, that's so cool. I'm 10 years away from achieving that.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And we didn't play, like, we usually played late at night too, you know, so like we didn't grind through an entire game in a day. And, you know, Dad gets tired after a little while. So, you know, we played a mission or two. On the Legendary, we could only play one at a time because like, those things are grinds. But
it takes like 2 hours to get through missions. So
Yeah, exactly.
That's so good. So I've been playing a little bit. I was, like I said, I think the last thing I probably tried was trying to do Infinite on Legendary, which I didn't do and burnt myself out. And then I hadn't touched a Halo game in a long time. I still had MCC installed. I never kind of uninstalled it. And I think the last time I logged in before getting ready for this show was I logged in and messed around with the create your Spartan side of MCC and in Infinite because I wanted to come up with color schemes for Halo Flashpoint, the tabletop model game. So like I couldn't come up with ideas, so I was like, I'll just boot up Halo and make a Spartan of different colors and see what I can come up with. So I got a bunch of ideas, took a load of screenshots, sent it to my phone, and used a few of them for references when I was painting the models. Which is funny because like the most Halo I've done in maybe 3 years is playing the tabletop game, which I've only played like 3 times. But I have to say it's so good. I love it.
I love tabletop games.
Yeah. Oh, Krista, stay away from this one because it is actually a fun game, and it just I'm not talking about it.
It's gonna become a tabletop podcast.
I'm buying them all, Colin. I have everything they've launched, and I keep buying it, even though I've only played like 3 games. Yeah. I can't stop myself. So that's kind of it. Again, I when we knew the kind of show was in the works, which I kind of there was like I knew this game was coming, and I thought in the back of my head, I'll ask the guys. They'll come. They'll surely want to play. It's been so long. And then people in the community were asking. I was getting messages, Missing Debrief coming back, Missing Debrief coming back, and I was like, yeah, do you know what? It probably will come back. And I spent about 5 days negotiating with Colin and about 5 minutes negotiating with Krysta. And here we go. We got a show. So it was pretty good. So I have to say, I'm super thrilled. Like, I've been telling everybody, like, people don't care, but I'm telling everybody around me, like, this is coming back. I'm doing this podcast. We haven't done it so long. And I've just been super hyped for it. Like Halo CE is my game.
Yes.
And did I want it remade again? Not really. Seeing it, okay, I fucking want it. And it's bringing people out of the woodwork. I have friends who are like messaging me like, you know, hey, are we going to play CE? We're going to play co-op. I'm like, and I'm telling them stuff I couldn't tell them last time, which is it's cross-play. It's cross-play.
Yeah, that is nice.
It doesn't matter what you're on. We can play together. It's finally CE is 4-player co-op.
Yes. Like,
this is going to be so good. Like, so I'm getting hyped for it, to be honest. Even if it's a remake I didn't want, you know. But the way it's kind of set up is he feels like it's for me. So yeah, I'm very excited for it.
You're gonna be in the credits. It's gonna feel like David Arnold. We dedicate this game.
Let's just follow that thread about like what you've seen and what you've heard. So I've I picked up on a lot of the social media. I've watched maybe a smidge of a live stream. But I pop on Facebook probably once a day, and a lot of times like I think people my age are stopped not posting as much anymore. So it's pretty much all ads, but it's for the ads that the stuff that I care about. So I see some of the social media posts. I've got a little bit of an update on it. What have you seen, Krysta, that you're maybe excited about from the new game?
So I have not been as diligent watching like the Xbox conferences and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just because I get angry that E3 isn't a thing every single time.
Oh, right.
At the end of the year, I always have a watch party where we watch the Game Awards, and that's kind of like the E3 vibe I get. But so I learned about this. I think 343 posted something on Twitter, and I was watching the video, and then I saw it was a remake of Combat Evolved. I was like, oh no, why are they doing this? I was like, this is the 4th time they're releasing this game.
Right.
What do you mean?
Right.
Obviously, and then I just didn't look at it for a while. And then, of course, like, a couple months pass and they actually start releasing some of the cool shit that they're doing and not just a teaser. And I was like, oh no, it looks good.
Yeah.
Damn it. Now I have to play it. I saw the needle rifle was in it and I'm like, okay, I'm sold. This is the best game ever made. Actually, I love this game.
Mm-hmm. Well, playing it again recently, you're kind of like, maybe it does need an update, you know? Especially going back and looking at the 2001 graphics, which like that had a feeling, right? And then you look, you know, like I don't feel like they really nailed the aesthetic that they wanted from the 10-year remake to the original, right? And I'm really hoping that they nail it for this one.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest gripe was like, Halo 3 needs an update so bad. Why have we abandoned my boy? My boy deserves it.
Yeah, exactly. Anything though specifically, Krysta, from your standpoint, maybe something that you think needs the remake from the old games that you either remember or when you went back in and played a couple missions?
I mean, the pace is definitely very slow compared to modern games. The problem is I'm just so used to it that it's not a big deal for me. It's like you just kind of get into the groove playing CE, but I've basically played it my entire life.
Yeah.
Right. But I can see why newer players are probably a little bit off-put by even playing CEA just because of how slow it is, the limitations, like you can't hijack vehicles, you can't even get in a Wraith. So,
blow up.
Yeah, and like the energy swords just disappear. So I get it. The limitations that they tried to make lore are now not around anymore. So no, it definitely does need an update.
Especially as they're trying to introduce, you know, the PlayStation fan base too, you know.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that. That's great.
That's going to be such a big thing. I think this game is going to sell gangbusters, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Because even just the novelty factor of having Halo on a PlayStation, and I think it's going to be huge.
It looks so weird with the blue case.
Multiplayer is a big thing, but
the blue case is weird. It scares me.
It's wrong.
I got some cognitive dissonance.
It's wrong.
Yeah, David. So this one's super. You know, obviously your favorite. We've talked about it ad nauseum over all the episodes, right? We love it. I guess what are you worried about that they're gonna screw up?
Oh man, I don't know. I haven't even thought of that. To be honest, I don't think so because I'm not precious with it. That's the one thing. Like it is like my favorite Halo game, whatever. But like I would never be precious about it. Like I've seen they're introducing sprint and you can toggle it on and off. It's a skull. It's this and that. You can manipulate the game in different ways. So like that's fine. I mean, I don't think. I mean, no. Do you want? I can't. I can't think of how they would break it. I mean, the anniversary version was okay. Didn't look the best at the time. I think we were all into it, but like when you look back, like it's a rough, it's a rough
too
looking.
Bright. It's not.
Yeah.
Like it needed an upgrade, but I don't think they did it quite right.
Yeah, and I know they were probably hamstrung with the way that they were doing it, and they were having to flick back and forth between graphics, which is still such a cool thing to do. And I appreciate that they did it that way. But I'm trying to think, like I think, like if it just doesn't feel right, and everything I've seen. It's going to look, I think it's going to feel right to actually play in your hands, to be honest.
Talk about that then. What do you think is going to be better?
I mean, just the simple things. I mean, I think all the new weapons are going to add, like, all the new things they've added to it is just going to breathe fresh life into this campaign. I mean, the biggest thing is the new missions. I didn't think that we'd get that in a million years. Like, a million years.
I am slightly worried about the new missions.
Me
just
too.
Those are the only
just
things.
Lore continuity, like they're adding a couple new enemies as well to Halo CE that I'm a little worried about lore continuity because they're adding pure forms, which doesn't make any sense. Like, that's not supposed to be here. What do you mean?
They're taking liberties, but I think I think looking at what they've done, they have the campaign, and that's the campaign untouched. Then they have a thing called campaign remix, and that's where all the new shit gets added in. So it's almost like it's not canon. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like,
that's true.
Here's modifiers to mess with the campaign, to add maybe brutes in, to add pure forms, weapons that shouldn't be there. So I love that side of it, because that's what you're going to want to do with a game that's this kind of short and there's no multiplayer. You're going to replay the hell out of it. Do you know what I mean? So give us ways to do that and manipulate the game. And 42 skulls, ridiculous.
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I mean? So like, there's going
why?
to be so much to mess with. Yeah, why is it? It's like, and like, I took a look at them, and like some of them are like groupings. Like some of them are a group of skulls that you can activate that essentially makes the game play like CEA, or CE, like no sprint, smaller clips and weapons, or larger clips and some weapons, like the assault rifle pushes it up to 60. It's defaulted to 30 in the game. So like all that kind of stuff, I really like that. The idea of just being able to, at the minute level, manipulate the game to give you the feel that you want. If you don't want to sprint, that's fine.
Sure. Just
don't push the button or turn it off or whatever. It's not going to break the game, the sprinting side of it. So, God, there's just so much. I mean, the new vehicles, the way that you can... Hijacking is going to be such a huge... That changes the game so much.
I know. I'm really excited to drive around two betrayals with the Wraith.
Will they let you hijack Banshees? Let's see.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, because isn't... Do you know what I mean? You're not going to be able to hijack the Banshees in Halo in the second.
I don't know. That would be really cool if you could. That would be really cool.
Yeah, just go straight to the end. Because that would change that. You'd have to rebuild that whole map to make it.
Oh, they've rebuilt the whole game from the ground up, from what it sounds like.
True.
So
they have.
Well, and
just plasma pistol the thing out of the air.
Because you can do 4-player co-op, right? So they've actually had... I watched one clip where they have to kind of expand the size of the missions, ever so slightly, or maybe a lot, who knows, just to make it so it makes more sense for four chiefs to be running around.
I want the Assault on the Control Room and Two Betrayals map to be ginormous. I want it to be the biggest map ever. I love those missions.
I think they will be. And they have... a friendly fire modifier, Krysta. You can turn it on and off.
Thank God. Murder.
Stop Krysta killing you, which is nice. Things like you can drop weapons without swapping. That was in Halo Infinite. So that's a huge thing. That's obviously going to be very handy for playing co-op and stuff like that. You don't have to pick up a weapon on the map. 4 players in a Warthog. Have you guys seen this?
I have. It's really cool.
Yeah, I love the way they've done that. That's such a huge thing.
There's like a spot in the back that somebody can sit.
Yeah, he just sits up in the back behind the gunner. Facing the rear.
It's on the bumper.
It looks really good. Yeah, it looks really good.
So this is a little weird thing, but just because CJ and I played it recently. So in co-op in Halo CE, both CE and CEA, like one of the great things, and this is one of the CJ's comments after playing Halo 1 and then into Halo 2 and Halo 3, is he loved the animations between cocking your weapon and the melee animations. Like, he loved all that personality from Combat Evolved.
Like the Magnum where you spin it after you hit someone.
Oh yeah, nice.
So good, right? And
I thought that was the coolest thing as a kid. I'm like, look what I can do.
So when we play a new game after CE, he would always pick up a weapon and do the melee. He's like, "Oh, that melee's terrible," or "Ooh, I don't like that animation," because he'd always compare it back to the first game and how good it was.
So fun.
Yeah, and so I'm interested, and this is a really weird one, but when you are looking at your co-op partner in CE and they change their weapon and they cock it, there's no animation for that. You don't see that. What they see on their screen, you don't see on your screen.
No.
So I'm wondering if they add that. If your co-op partner is flipping the gun around and cocking it really, vertically, I would love it if they added that.
I mean, speaking of original animations, there's not even an animation to move and throw a grenade. So when you watch someone do it, they're just floating because their legs aren't moving.
Yeah, I'm just curious how much they lean into making
Colin,
that better.
I have bad news for you. I'm watching the co-op stream and one player is changing weapon. The other player is watching him. He doesn't see that animation.
Oh, no, darn it.
No, they haven't done that.
Missed opportunity. Well, how cool would that be, right? So, maybe it's in there. They're just not showing it to us yet. But, little stuff like that would be cool. But again, that's just a wish list item. As long as they keep that personality. Go ahead.
What do you think of the new suits? The new skins?
I haven't looked into any of that stuff.
I've seen some of them. I know one of the skins looks really close to the Halo Legends outfit that Chief wore, the Mjolnir.
They have that kind of slick Mjolnir. They have classic CE Mjolnir, like you actually look like you're in CE. Which is pretty cool. They have essentially like the one that looks like a mech suit from something, I can't remember what it is. I think it's from one of those Legends ones. It's like you're huge.
Yeah.
And then they've one that's like it's called Gilded Onyx. You're kind of like black and gold. It's pretty slick looking, to be fair.
They have some crazy. I'm looking at the Needler one too. That one's crazy looking.
There's two kind of setups, Colin. So you get, for pre-ordering, you get what's called a Foundry pack for free, and that's like 2 skins and some of the weapons have skins as well. To change them as well. And then there's like the premium extra edition that you buy for early access has a whole bunch of other skins on top of that that you can get. So like there's a few out there. So it's whether or not you want to pay for it or not, to be perfectly honest.
Can you use those in co-op then? So like you can be a skin and I'll see that skin? Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can clearly differentiate between the different chiefs because you could all be wearing completely different skins.
Yeah. That'll be rad. What was the other? There's another co-op thing that they added.
I know they added third person, but I don't think
that's what I was thinking about. Yeah. That's in both. But yeah, playing it in third person. That's what I was thinking about. That's
gonna be cool. I'm actually super excited for that.
Yeah. Right. Just to be able to experience that, because you've always wanted, it's obviously the power fantasy that we've talked about is you're the chief, but like seeing Chief's armor and you running around and shooting from Chief's. Or controlling, your mini Master Chief, I think it'll be really cool too. It'd be interesting to see kind of if you can move around that perspective, or if it's like a fixed third-person perspective.
It seems kind of like how the third person in Gears of War works, where you can kind of like pivot it back and forth. Like I haven't watched too much of it, but that's what it seemed to look like to me, is how the third person in Gears of War works.
One thing I kept wanting, and maybe is this a Marvel Rivals thing, is I wanted to be able to aim from the other side.
Oh, to switch left and right?
Yes, to switch left and right.
I think a lot of games have actually done that, but I'm not sure this one. I'm not sure they're going to do that in this.
Yeah, because you can't do that in, any of the Halos, but there'd be a lot of points, especially in Legendary, where I'm like hiding. I'm like, if I could only shoot from the other side, I just can't do it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
What do you know anything about the new missions, Krysta? Like anything at all? I've seen like from flying, and I've seen Johnson. Like, is Johnson like a real boy now in the game, or is he? It kind of has to be if they have these new missions, right?
Yeah. So like the like PR like snippet they give you is like battle through original missions, newly rebuilt with enhanced level design, updated cinematics, and improved wayfinding. I guess we're not going to get lost anymore in the library. Join the Master.
I think you can maybe ping certain things. Maybe that's one of the things they added.
That would be nice.
Yep.
Join the Master Chief and Sergeant Johnson in a new story arc with new environments, gameplay, characters, and enemies. So it is like a buddy cop Chief and Johnson hanging out.
Which is probably something we've joked about over the years, right? Like, I would love just a Chief and Johnson mission, and they maybe we're the reason that they.
We are. Let's take credit for it right now. We're the reason this is happening. You're welcome. But if the missions are really bad, it wasn't us actually at all. Yeah. If the missions are good, it was us.
What time frame do we know anything about that? Like, I'm trying to even think, like, what time frame were they together? There was a book like from like early Chief where it was Chief and Johnson. They were interacting a little bit, but where would it make sense for them to be fighting together?
Well, I mean, they were both fighting on Reach.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm guessing is going to kind of be happening, but my whole issue with the new missions, because they're going to be pre-Combat Evolved, so it would have to be around Reach or around the slip space jump or something like that. Because the slip space jump between Reach and the Halo was like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It was long.
Right. But weren't they, where were they? They were in slip space, right?
Yeah, they were in slip space for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. So
because they just went through, Cortana did a random jump and followed Covenant coordinates.
Right. Yeah.
But
I kind of think it'll be like a random, like a completely random side thing that where Chief and Johnson just happen to be together in the lore. So I just kind of hope it makes sense, right? Like in the lore, and it's good lore.
There's so much happening around. They've filled out the lore in that particular part of the Halo universe so much. Like there's 2 books about what's going on there. I mean 3 books technically, because one is actually CEA.
Well, so did you see they're relaunching that too?
The book?
Yes.
They're putting
at the end of the year
omnibus. They're doing Flood. They're doing Fall of Reach and First Strike as one big book and call it like the Master Chief omnibus. So like they're obviously focusing on that area of time as well and trying to get synergy, but like all these things kind of lined up.
Are they changing anything, or is it just a re-release?
They didn't say.
They're fixing a bunch of inconsistencies, I think. Things that people have pointed out that they're actually finally
I think
fixing.
they've done that before. Sure, didn't they do a definitive version of them before?
There's been 2... That trilogy has had 2 different versions. So this would be the 3rd version of that trilogy.
That's so fun. That's so interesting.
No, it's confusing.
It, baby.
I can't keep up with this. I do know that they're coming out with a reading of Fall of Reach with all of the original cast playing themselves. Cast.
That's
cool. Really done. The audiobook,
Yeah, I pre-ordered it on Audible. I'm like, this shit's gonna be great.
How much is it?
I don't know, because I had Audible credits.
Oh, right.
I forgot I had the subscription, and I was like, I want to cancel this shit. And it was like, you're gonna lose 20 credits if you do that. And I'm like, I gotta spend all these credits. I'm like, Halo. I love Halo.
I mean, there's a big portion of that book that's just not Chief though. Like there's a big like keys portion. There's a bunch of stuff where he's just not involved. So
I mean, they're bringing in Keys. They're bringing in.
They're bringing all those guys too.
Yeah, they're bringing Jen Taylor, Sergeant Johnson's voice actor. They're bringing all of them. It's like a huge cast.
Well, probably the new voice actor, right? The new Johnson.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, that'll be good. What other remakes have they done that you guys have been happy with? So, like, they've done Final Fantasy, and I'm one of those people that want to like Final Fantasy, but I just never sink much time into it. I've played a couple games.
Oh,
Resident
I've played
Evil,
so much Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Resident Evil, Gears of War, Silent Hill. They've done remakes. What am I missing?
Those are some good ones, and I've played Silent Hill recently. Silent Hill 2, and I'd never played it originally. I thought the remake was really good. But you've called it Resident Evil. Like, Resident Evil Capcom are like the kings of remakes right now.
They are.
Everything they're pumping out is just hitting hard. Resident Evil 4 remake is one of the best games ever made. I'll say the Dead Space remake was amazing.
Oh yeah, Dead Space. Yeah.
That was really, really good. The changes they made to that were so strong. What else? I mean, I did play Resident Evil 2. That was pretty good. 3 I didn't touch because it's like super short. I think
really
they did
good.
the bare minimum.
I really like 2.
But 2 is good. What else did you mention? I think Gears is okay. I remember the Gears, the original Gears being all right, and I replayed it not too long ago with my brother. They're okay. I don't feel the need really to go back to they're kind of minimal stuff. Like the Final Fantasy stuff is insane. I've been following it for years, I've been kind of waiting for them to come to Xbox. So I've picked up the first 2 of the remakes, but I've not played them yet. Because I'm on a big epic journey, Colin, to play them all.
My god!
I bought the pixel remaster, so I'm on Final Fantasy 5 now, and I've like 100%ed them all up to this.
Oh my god!
I'm doing 6 next.
Crazy person.
And then the things you do when you have a child.
That's why it takes so long.
Yep.
But those games, the old ones, they're easy to play 10-15 minutes at a pop, because those remakes are so well done with introducing save states and quick saves, and you can just pick up and play and kind of pop off. It's actually perfect.
That stuff makes such a big difference. Like, when you have to pause and you can't just play for 4 hours. Yeah, those.
I'm trying to think of other remakes that were.
The Oblivion remake was amazing, and I spent all my time on it.
I bet you did.
Dude, I had so much fun. I love the way they announced it. I 100% did that. That was a lot of fun.
Nice.
I wish
the DLC?
Yes, the DLC as well.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
I wish that Elder Scrolls 6 would come out, but it's only been almost 10 years since they announced it. But okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Asha's gonna fix everything, Kristen.
Yeah, she's coming in. She's cleaning shop. She's got it.
Well, that's one thing I'm kind of worried about is the replayability of this game, because I think, David, you mentioned it earlier, CE is pretty short, especially if you're just playing on normal.
Yeah, and
it seems like they're trying to cram a lot of replayability in it without having a multiplayer, which I don't know if we should talk about that. But if you don't have multiplayer as like a way to continue to play the game, I'm a little worried that people are gonna be like, oh, that was cool, it took me maybe 10-15 hours, and now they're just gonna put it down, you know.
But I think that's fine for this game, because this game is the initial sale. They're not trying to get you on microtransactions, and it doesn't have to generate revenue after the fact.
It's also not a full price game unless you're buying like the deluxe edition. It's like $50. So
okay, sure.
Yeah, so it's
base edition is cheaper than normal, and then let's say the Game Pass people will have it. A bunch of people will pay that money for early access, so they'll make a ton of money up front, and then you have all the PlayStation sales that'll pop off as well. So I think it's going to do well, but will it die off over time? Definitely.
Well, for sure.
But it's like, you've got crossplay. That's going to be such a huge thing of the co-op side of it. You're going to have so many cool stories coming out of it, and it's kind of streamlined because there's not going to be Forge, so you aren't in here. You're not relying on the community to make content for you for this either.
They're enabling machinima though. I saw there's like some free camera.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Oh, remake Red versus Blue.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. I wonder what people will do with that, because I wasn't expecting something like that in this game. But I think they've also done like some of the co-op stuff. Like you can make your own individual difficulty settings per player.
Oh.
So like Colin, you could have infinite mag and infinite health, and I could have minus health and minus mag. You know, you can do all sorts of different modifiers on the individual level when you play co-op. Now that disables some achievements, not all. So kind of like be aware of that if you're messing around with these. But I think that's good. I mean, all the things they've added are just for replaying the campaign, and obviously I'd say that's the huge push for the 3 missions. It's like, we gotta flesh this game out. And on top of that, as of now, we found out that there was a Halo multiplayer game cancelled. So I wonder if this game didn't have multiplayer because they were bringing out a Halo multiplayer game that was probably going to be cross-platform, and that would be where you would get the experience that you were looking for. I bet my one and only child that was what they were doing.
Damn, what a bet.
Yeah, because I just, and even like some of the people were saying that got cancelled because this game sucked in resources. So sure. I'd say they were trying their absolute best to get their bang for buck with this game now.
So do you think we'll see a surge in infinite play?
No.
Players?
I don't think it's going to affect any of the other Halos. I think that people are going to play this. Maybe they'll go to Master Chief Collection to play the other ones, but...
But if you think about it, like, the surge is going to come from PlayStation, not Xbox, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, like, the big surge of players are going to be people that don't have access to any more Halo other than CE. So, like, are they going to jump shop? No. Not in today's climate. No one's buying an Xbox. By the way, don't buy a console. Don't buy a PC, you crazy people out there. So, there's nobody buying new hardware for it. Are they going to go to PC? I don't know.
Yeah.
I doubt it. Do you know?
A couple of things I want to talk about. Sorry, just bringing it back to kind of what we're all about, like mission debrief and lore and all that sort of stuff. They haven't have they shown Flood yet in any of these teasers? Because that's gonna be a big deal. So it's a mature rating,
a little bit,
which I'm personally excited about, because I think Halo needs to be that horror mature themed game versus a lot of the recent games.
That's probably because of there's probably some bad language, and there's probably a bit of blood in this. So that's probably why it's,
I would imagine.
And like, it has a darker tone, and they've talked about it having a darker tone. And I imagine when we get to the Flood levels, I'm hoping to get creepy vibes. So that's probably giving it that mature rating.
Yeah.
I kind of I'm looking forward to that side.
I kind of hope the dark. So like in CEA, it was so much brighter than the original. I'm hoping they go back to like the dark Halo, right? Yeah. Even in the first mission where you're crawling around the Pillar of Autumn, right? And you have to flip on your little headlight,
your light flashlight.
Yeah, exactly. So I think hopefully there's gonna be some creepier moments, and I also think, back to the Flood, that they make the Flood make a little bit more sense, because as you remember, when we find the flood originally, like there's a guy that's randomly alive. Why is this guy alive? Like, I get it from a cinematic standpoint, but that guy should be dead and he should be flood. And then when we find Jenkins' video in his helmet, like they're showing them finding like St. Healy with their chest ripped open. It's like, that wouldn't happen. That guy would just be a flood.
Colin, have you heard of Halo Parasite?
I have, but you need to refresh me.
This is the new story coming in October this year, and it's telling the story of that Marine.
Jenkins?
Who not Jenkins, the one who's alive in the library.
The one who's trying to shoot you?
Yeah.
The one that you immediately go up to and shoot every time?
Yes, right.
I don't know if it's him specifically, but the story is based off a Marine in the library.
Okay.
Is it going to be a full novel or a novella?
Full.
What?
Full novel. Oh, crazy.
How are they going to tell a whole story? That's crazy.
They're gonna make stuff up, Krysta.
I love it when they do that. Hell yeah. They're like, this is our franchise. We can do whatever we want. There are clowns in Halo now.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be, we talk about the turn in Halo. Like, I feel like that's going to be, if they do that right, it's going to be glorious. And I think the flood need to be disgusting, right? So
yeah.
We'll see how they pull that off.
Especially
I'm very
since
interested.
They haven't had a chance to show the flood since like Halo 2, the remaster of Halo 2.
Yeah, right. And that was 14, and that was very good. Oh no, Halo Wars 2.
Oh, that's true, but that's kind of a different perspective. I guess we got it in the cutscenes though.
Yeah, in the cutscenes we got some greasy flood, juicy nastiness, right? So, but it was
green
FPS.
ooze.
Yeah, right. It was an FPS, so and like super creepy. So. I'm super curious how that's gonna go. I'm excited about that. Hopefully they pull it off. Anything else you guys want to highlight? I guess from just an overall game standpoint, we could talk about music. We could talk about difficulty. We could talk about anything. Krysta,
I haven't even thought about the music. Oh my gosh, that's a whole nother can of worms because Marty's been gone for a while. Marty's off doing crazy things, so I don't know what's going on with that man, but he's not doing Halo anymore.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, anything you're specifically looking forward to or worried about, or you're just gonna just soak it in?
I'm very excited about all the new weapons and stuff. That's definitely one of the biggest things that is hard when you're doing like a chronological playthrough of all of the shooter Halo games. Going from Reach to CE is brutal. Just there's not as many weapons. It's more clunky. It's a lot tougher. So it's gonna.
So what are they bringing in? Did we? Okay. I don't think we've talked.
Yeah,
about
I made a list.
Sweet.
All right, they're bringing in the BR.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, the needle rifle, which will not leave my hands once I obtain one.
Oh, that's gonna be good. And so wait, you can either choose to play with these or not, right?
I think these are baked into the campaign.
Yeah,
Maybe.
they've kind of. I haven't. I would have sworn that it would have been in that that video that I didn't get to fully watch. But I the way they've kind of phrased it, and they've not been super clear, is that there's campaign and campaign remix. And every time they've talked about campaign remix and showing footage, it's been new enemies, new weapons kind of side of it.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's in the base campaign or do you have to play campaign remix to get all the new weapons and stuff like that. But part of me thinks like even in the base campaign, you're going to be able to pick up a sword and fire the fuel rod and that kind of side,
Right.
But it may not have needle rifles and SMGs and stuff. But I'm not sure.
The beam rifle is going to be great because you really are missing a Covenant sniper rifle when you're playing CE.
Yeah.
A couple of the brute weapons, so the spiker and the plasma rifle, the sentinel beam, which sentinel beam is always very hit or miss depending on the Halo game. And then, like David said,
was good in Infinite.
It was good in Infinite.
Yeah.
It's not like the Halo 3 one, which is poo poo garbage. And like David said, the fuel rod cannon and the energy sword will be actually able to be picked up instead of exploding for no reason.
Right. Yeah. That's exciting though. Like they're adding those. I think it'll be a whole new way. The remix, like the whole new way to play the game.
Like technically on CE PC, like Combat Evolved's PC version in the multiplayer, you could use the fuel rod cannon. So that has been a thing, but not in the campaign.
Yep.
And they had the
that'll be
flamethrower. It was great.
right. Oh, the flamethrower. Oh, in the
PC version, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. No flamethrower in this one. Although that
No,
weird.
they're not bringing in the flamethrower at all.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think we need it.
No, it's fun in Halo 3, but it definitely is kind of overpowered, especially with the flood.
I'm really interested in the sounds too, like the sound of the assault rifle, the sound of the shotgun, the sound of the needler. I mean that makes a lot of these weapons, right? And just going back and playing those games recently, just going back to those sounds and just like ugh. And then like going to Halo 4, like I loved the Halo 4 assault rifle sound. It just sounded so just I don't know, just raw. And I'm curious how much they're gonna tweak the sound, if they're just gonna like enhance it a little bit, or if they're completely remake it. And people probably know.
I imagine it's
already.
completely redone.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah, they would have to.
Anything, David, that you wanna highlight before we wrap it up?
For the game side of it, no. But what I do want to highlight is there was a cannon fodder, right? That was 170. It was about 13 days ago as of recording.
Okay.
And that's got a bunch of stuff for like, let's say, to prep you for the game. And I think that'd be worth everybody to go and have a quick read. It'll tell you a little bit about the new missions, where they're set, the terminals, how the terminals are going to work in CE.
Okay.
Also,
Oh yeah.
have you heard of a thing called Hungry Buzzards?
Huh?
If you get
Maybe.
the collected or digital premium edition, Hungry Buzzards is a short story done by Troy Denning that is like
I know that
ties
guy.
in to the new missions. The new missions are all around Operation Meteorite. You may have mentioned that, I might have thrown out, but that's a little digital thing that we'll get. That'll obviously be everywhere anyway, but even if you don't buy it, you'll probably get access to it. So that's just a thing to maybe have a quick read of before you play the game and before you play the new missions. So that's kind of all I really want to say. I mean, we've kind of touched upon the other kind of sides of it, and God, it's just didn't realize I wanted this game as much as I want this game. So I'm looking forward to playing it.
It does feel like there is, just talking through it, like there is going to be a good amount of replayability. Just like you have to kind of enable the way the replayability, right? Go on, turn skulls on, or play on this remix mode and all that sort of stuff. So, but I also feel like co-op's going to be great, right? Like I think the three of us and get a fourth, play some co-op and just mess around. Like it's gonna be great.
You guys want to play Halo with me?
I do.
The Halo.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
So let's
Colin, do you know one of the new missions has a space battle in it?
Why?
I saw that. I know.
Oh my
That'll be
goodness.
cool. So that'll be
Bring it
second
back.
mission. Well, but replaying. So there was some. Sorry, we were the. What's the plane? Pelican. The Pelican. There's some Pelican missions, but like not really a space battle mission, like there was in Halo Reach. So that'll be good.
Yeah.
I just want to close with how we're going to approach this, just so our listeners know. We're not going to go back and do all of the lore that we did. Like we did so much lore in these episodes originally, so we're not going to go back and do those. We'll talk about new lore that we find, and maybe like if the terminals. I'm not sure if they're remaking the terminals or what, but like if there is new lore,
They're new.
within, okay.
Yeah, they're new terminals with new content. They're different based on where you pick them up. So like they're talking to like some of them are text based, the way like they were in Halo 3 and stuff like that.
No way.
The terminals in like the forward missions will be like that, and then there's UNSC terminals that'll be focused on Operation Bookworm and stuff like that. So
it's going to be closer to like you have multiple like little audio books that you
Yes.
can pick up throughout a mission. Oh, I love that.
I believe so. Yeah. Nope. Yeah.
Put that into my bloodstream right away.
Yeah.
So we are gonna have a lot to talk about then. So we'll just talk about the new stuff. Sounds like there's gonna be a lot of new stuff. And then we'll probably be just we'll play the game, and then we'll be talking about our experience. But then we'll just be comparing it back to the old games a bit here and there. But again, not as in depth as we had done in the past, and like every little minute detail. So. Did I cover that right? Does that sound about right? Did we agree on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yes.
Okay.
I might play the missions in tandem. I might be like, I'll probably play through the entire campaign of Campaign Evolved, and then when we are recording mission by mission, I might be like, I'll play Pillar of Autumn and Pillar of Autumn at the same time.
Yeah.
One after the other.
Are you guys playing on Heroic? Legendary? What are you doing?
I'll probably do
My
heroic.
default would be heroic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be playing on mouse and keyboard because that's how I play games now.
Ooh, I meant to ask. Yeah. Are
Yeah.
we going to go PC?
Yes, absolutely. I spent a lot of money on this PC. I have to play games on it. I'm very upset about GTA 6. I'm going to have to use my Xbox Series X for something other than Netflix.
Go and blow the dust off of Krysta. Get it ready. Yeah.
I will have... Go ahead.
Go on. I think I will at least have one friend. I think he'll pick it up on PlayStation. So nice. I'm going to try and get him into co-op so I can at least report back and see what that's like. But I wonder what our audience will be like.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if you want to go through, because I do remember when we did the Mission Debrief originally, every new game that came out, that's what it was. We were like, no, I'm just going to play this game. Like, it was Halo 5, I think. No, I'm not going to play with anybody. I'm just going to play the campaign, listen to all the words, experience all the things, and do it. But this one's a little different because it is a remake, so I'll be curious if people's approach is a little bit different on this one. I'm going to play with CJ, co-op. That's my plan anyway. So we'll be experiencing it together. I'm excited about that.
Cool. That's going to be real fun.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Is that it? That'll do it for a debriefing of the last 3 years since we've done a mission debrief. On the next episode, we'll be covering the first new mission of Operation Meteorite, so whatever that thing's called, from Halo Campaign Evolved. Send us your thoughts on podcastevolved@gmail.com. Or drop us a tweet. What? Who forgot to update the script? Send us a message in Discord. Twitter doesn't exist anymore. Until next time, evolved.
Evolved.
Evolved.